this? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Running Back Nation, what is good, man? This is crazy. All right? And we got to get right down to business because I only got about 35 minutes and there's a lot of things I want to say. First of all, y'all owe me a damn apology. Okay? I want to say that first and foremost because I've been up here covering every single pre-draft rumor that has come out since the 76ers got the third pick in the draft at the lottery. And I've been giving my opinion on every single rumor, basically, that every single reporter or anybody has said. And I've gotten a lot, excuse me for a second. I've gotten a lot of hate comments, man. You're just clickbaiting. You're just regurgitating what the writers, the clickbait articles, it's all fluff. It's all smoke and mirrors. You're putting out fake reports, etc., etc., etc. Most of my hate comments came from a video that I put out just yesterday in which it was titled, Ace Bailey's draft stock is plummeting because he's refusing to visit with teams. A lot of hate comments on that video calling me a clickbaiter. Just about 36 hours later, Ace Bailey cancels his workout with the Philadelphia 76ers. And reports and rumors come out that his camp basically is trying to get him to a specific team. Reports also came out that they wanted a promise from the 76ers before working out. Basically everything that has been reported about Ace Bailey and either his attitude or his camp's conduct has been 100% on the money. 100% on the money. I was called a clickbaiter for 48 straight hours, and it was 100% true. It's just the fact that some people get stuck on something and they don't want to hear negative news or reports about it. It was 100% on the money. Especially the mock draft that came out a couple of days ago that had VJ Edgecombe at number 3 and had Ace Bailey falling all the way to number 6. Because I was like, why would a credentialed, respected writer put out a mock draft and drop this player who everybody thought was a lock to go top 3? Why would a guy who is respected and is not just like a Nick Wright or a Skip Bayless or somebody, why would a respected writer and NBA analyst drop Ace Bailey to 6 in a mock draft if he didn't really feel like something was going on? Right? And I also said, where there's smoke, there's fire. You know, every single report comes out, you can't run with it. And if one person says something, they might have just made that up for clicks. But when you start getting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 writers and reporters saying, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing this, and it's all pointing to Ace Bailey and his camp and what they're doing behind the scenes, and there's some kind of, you know, cockiness. There's a little bit of Shedeur Sanders going on. There's a little bit of a camp trying to get him to a specific place. When enough reports come out, it starts to seem like it might be true, right? I also said that I'm not hearing any of this about Cooper Flagg. I'm not hearing any of this about Dylan Harper. Does Dylan Harper want to go to San Antonio, where he's going to be competing with Stephen Castle and De'Aaron Fox for playing time at point guard? Is Dylan Harper's camp out here saying, you know what? We're not going to work out for the Spurs because we want a team that's going to give him a pathway to stardom. Is Cooper Flagg saying he doesn't want to go to Dallas because he wants to go to the Charlotte Hornets where he's going to get the ball the whole game? I mean, Cooper Flagg's going to get the ball the whole game no matter what. I'm not hearing this about VJ Edgecombe. I'm not hearing this about Trey Johnson. I'm not hearing this about Kaman Maluach or Con Kneppel. I'm only hearing this type of stuff about Ace Bailey. And sadly, it's not Ace Bailey doing it. It is his representation. And we're going to talk about who his representation is and why they're putting this stuff out and why I believe he's being given terrible advice. Coming up, Ace Bailey cancels workout with 76ers. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the information on his agent and why I believe he's being given terrible advice. And another report from Scoop B, who also got slandered when he put this report out. Someone close to Ace Bailey's family compared his situation to Eli Manning. For those that don't know, back in the day when Eli Manning was being drafted out of Oklahoma, he refused to sign with a specific team to try to force his way to the team that he wanted. And, you know, somebody also said in that camp, his family, his agency, all that stuff, somebody also said, if NBA free agents are allowed to choose where they go, why can't Ace? This is a ridiculous situation that's happening, and I want to cover all of it, and I want to get your opinion. I want to chop it up with you in the chat. Again, unfortunately, I only got about 30 minutes. This is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Sixers fans, we may never be in the NBA Finals, but we're still getting in on the action. The MVP of the league, SGA, versus the most clutch player in the playoffs this year, Tyrese Halliburton. I'm hype. And that's why I've teamed up with DraftKings to make this moment even bigger. Right now, new customers bet just $5. And if your bet wins, you'll score $300 in bonus bets. That's right, bet $5, get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use my promo code RUNITBACK when you sign up. Want more? Drop those bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at a massive payout by combining bets from the same game, or feel the rush with live betting. Wager on the action as it unfolds. If sports betting isn't in your state yet, check out DraftKings Pick 6 for a chance to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use promo code RUNITBACK. Bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. The court is calling and the crown is yours. All right, man, let's get into it, man. 250 people in here. Hit the like button for me one time. Thank you for being here. And thank you for rocking with me. Again, man, I've been covering every single rumor, every single report that comes out leading up to the NBA draft. And I'm going to continue to do that, even if there is some people that, for some reason, want me to shut up. Rutgers star Ace Bailey has canceled his workout with the Philadelphia 76ers, sources told ESPN. Bailey remains the only U.S.-based prospect yet to visit any NBA teams. Is that odd? The Sixers have not ruled out selecting Bailey, sources say. This is probably the 76ers trying to save face here for a trade down, to be honest with you. If after he canceled this workout, the 76ers are still interested in drafting him, then they are out of their minds. Because this is straight Ben Simmons level of stuff going on here. But anyway, let's read the story from Jonathan Gavani, who is the one, by the way, that put out the mock draft that had Ace Bailey falling to number 6 that everybody called clickbait. Here's the story. Ace Bailey cancels 76ers visit ahead of NBA draft. Former Rutgers star Ace Bailey has canceled his visit to the 76ers. Bailey, the number 3 prospect on ESPN's Big Board, was slated to fly to Philadelphia on Friday for dinner with the team's front office and a private workout, but elected to cancel Wednesday. By the way, the 76ers booked him a flight, booked him a hotel, had a dinner planned, had a workout planned with scouts, coaches, everybody, Nick Nurse, Daryl Morey, everybody. They planned the whole thing. They had the whole thing set up. I'm not saying I feel bad for an organization for wasting time and money, but it's insane kind of that a prospect or a prospect's camp would let a team set the whole thing up, get the whole thing planned, and then cancel the day before. He was supposed to meet with the 76ers on Thursday, have a dinner with Nick Nurse and Daryl Morey and everybody, and then he was supposed to work out Friday, and they canceled Wednesday. The 76ers own the number 3 pick in the draft. Bailey's pre-draft strategy has perplexed NBA teams over the past month. He's the only prospect to not work out for any NBA teams so far. He has declined invitations from multiple teams in his draft range, which is considered to be anywhere from 3 to 8. Gavani is also the one that said Ace Bailey initially refused to work out with the 76ers. And that was like up in the air. Is that true? Is that not true? Then they schedule a workout. Then he cancels the workout. The projected top 2 picks, Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, have each visited the Dallas Mavericks and San Antonio Spurs, owners of the draft's first 2 selections. VJ Edgecombe has worked out for the 76ers and the Washington Wizards and is scheduled to visit the Charlotte Hornets. 76ers have not ruled out selecting Bailey despite his refusal to visit, sources told ESPN. The team has scouted him extensively throughout the season since he played at Rutgers. Interviewed him in Chicago at the NBA Draft Combine. The team will have final discussions on who to select in the coming week and is unlikely to move down in the draft order. They will have final discussions on who they're unlikely to move down, unlikely to trade down. And this is what I said just, when did I say it? 2 days ago? It's becoming more and more clear to me that the 76ers are going to draft VJ Edgecombe at number 3. And I was all in on Ace Bailey. I had somebody just tell me, "Yo, you really switched up. Keep that same, keep that same energy, crew." I was all in on Ace Bailey, bro. But the rumors and the reports that I have been hearing have swayed not my opinion on Ace Bailey as a basketball player. My opinion on him as a basketball player remains the same. 6'9", 210, incredible upside. The reports and rumors that I have heard recently have swayed my opinion on what I think the 76ers will do. I think that's a piece people miss all the time. What are you talking about, bro? Just draft Ace. I'm not Daryl Morey. I'm trying to tell you what I think the 76ers are going to do. And I said yesterday, I really believe the 76ers like VJ Edgecombe for not only what he can do on the court, not only how he can help them immediately versus alongside his upside and potential to become an NBA star. I think they like his attitude. I think they like VJ Edgecombe's willingness to play any position on the court when he first comes into the NBA. I think they really like VJ Edgecombe's attitude. And Ace Bailey, if you look at his interviews in the Combine, and then you hear stuff like this, doesn't really sound like too much of a team player. So I guess I should also admit that all of the criticism about Ace Bailey that came out initially when the 76ers got the number 3 pick, unfortunately ended up being correct. Sources say Bailey's camp has informed interested teams that it believes he is a top 3 player in the draft, but also seeks a clear path to stardom, hoping to find a situation with ample minutes and usage to maximize his full potential. Should the 76ers at number 3 and Charlotte at number 4 elect not to draft him, Bailey's camp has expressed the belief that teams such as the Wizards, Pelicans, or Brooklyn Nets picking at 6, 7, and 8 will be aggressively looking to move up in the draft and select him. Ace Bailey's camp is literally trying to pull a Shedeur Sanders or an Eli Manning and trying to get him to a specific team that will put him in position to become a star player as soon as possible versus getting him drafted to a team where he's going to play a lesser role for a couple of years. Now, why would this be the case? I'll tell you exactly why. This is the case because of Ace Bailey's agent. We're going to get into that in a minute. Ace Bailey wanted a promise from the 76ers before agreeing to meet with them. A promise? A promise? Bruh, who? Exactly. Do they think Ace Bailey is. And again, I'm not putting this on Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey is an 18-year-old kid. He is young. He is impressionable. I think it's sad what's happening because he's being given advice by somebody or a team of somebodies who have their own vested interest. Because guess what? If he becomes a star, they get paid. I think he's listening to the wrong people. I said this yesterday. A lot of young kids make this mistake. They let family and friends be on their team, and they let the wrong people with the wrong agendas control what they're doing or control the narrative. Nobody should be in your camp besides professionals. Get your family, your friends, and everybody up out of here because they don't have your best interest in mind. They're trying to make a dollar, unfortunately. And when you really look at it, why did Ace Bailey go to Rutgers? You know? A top player in the country. I remember his high school videos coming out way before he played in college, putting him above Cooper Flagg, the number one player in the country, the number one prospect. Ace Bailey is the next this, he's the next that. So why did he go to Rutgers? You know? Why did Cooper Flagg go to Duke? If Ace Bailey wanted to be treated like Cooper Flagg coming into the NBA draft, he should have went to a bigger school where he would have been in the NCAA tournament and he could have made more of an impact on a larger stage. But it's becoming pretty clear that Ace Bailey went to Rutgers because there was no other top recruits in his way. Yes, he played with Dylan Harper, but Dylan Harper is a pass first point guard. They put Ace Bailey at a school that would definitely make him the number one option for 1 year to try to increase his star potential heading towards the NBA. But they didn't think about the fact that NBA teams care about winning mentality. NBA teams care about team player attitude. And then, I mean, your season at Rutgers was kind of underwhelming. And it's sad, you know, I admit I'm saying everything that everyone initially said that I fought back against. They all ended up being 100% on the money. And it could even go as far as people talking about his shot selection. And then you look at his interviews at the combine and the way that he answered those questions. And I was saying that I loved his confidence. But now that all this stuff came out, looking back on it, when he looks at a reporter after they said, you know, what do you have to say about, people saying that you take bad shots? And he looked right at her and said, a bad shot to you isn't a bad shot to me. I thought it was confidence. Now it's sounding like cockiness to me. But anyway, yeah. So he canceled the workout with the 76ers. I feel like he's getting bad advice from the wrong people. And let me tell you who those people are. Ace Bailey's agent is Omar Cooper. Omar Cooper is the father of Sharif Cooper, who was a high NBA prospect. I remember Sharif Cooper playing for the Atlanta Hawks in the Summer League, and I thought the Atlanta Hawks had a steal at the time. And I actually completely forgot about him until I started reading about his dad, Omar Cooper, who I don't want to say used his son's NBA fame or initial NBA fame to start an agency to try to make a lot of money, but Sharif Cooper's dad started an agency to try to make a lot of money. I'm not trying to trash anybody. Anybody can become a sports agent. Rich Paul was a dude selling jerseys in an airport when he met LeBron James. After seeing how they're handling Ace Bailey leading up to this draft, I am starting to feel like his agent Sharif Cooper's father, Omar Cooper, is just in it to try to cash in. People are talking. I straight up Googled, why are people talking negatively about Omar Cooper? Because I don't know anything about him. And here's what Google told me. People are talking negatively about Omar Cooper, an agent with Lifestyle Sports Agency. He founded Lifestyle Sports Agency, by the way, primarily because of his reported actions and decisions related to his client, NBA prospect Ace Bailey. Specifically, the following points have rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Number one, declining NBA team workout invitations. Bailey's team, which includes Cooper, declined invites from NBA teams, believing he is a top 3 player in the draft. They don't think Ace Bailey should work out with any team outside of the top 3. They also don't feel like, apparently, that Ace Bailey should work out with the 76ers, because I think they don't like his fit on the 76ers. I think they're trying to get a team to trade up with the 76ers. This is a strategy by his management team, and it is not good for him. Now, look, this could all blow over in a couple of years, and Ace Bailey could, get rid of these idiots who are telling him all of these things that he shouldn't be listening to, and he could become an NBA star. But this just straight up should not be happening. Number 2, his agent, Omar Cooper, Sharif Cooper's father, who founded Lifestyle Sports Agency. I'm not saying he did it off of Sharif Cooper's name. He requested payment for interviews. Omar Cooper reportedly wanted to get paid for Ace Bailey to do on-camera interviews this past season. Some believe this might indicate poor advice being given to Bailey. I don't even have to elaborate on that or explain that. Overall, there's a perception that the decisions and advice given to Ace Bailey, potentially influenced by his agent, have been ill-advised or potentially detrimental to his development and standing with NBA teams. It's important to note that these are reports and opinions, and the long-term impact of these actions on Bailey's career remains to be seen. But where there's smoke, there's fire. Sorry. Just choked to death on my own saliva. Things that can happen when you do live shows that you can't edit out. All right, let's get to one more thing before I get out of here. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me rant. Hey, yo, shout out to Daniel Wren, been a member of the channel for 4 months. Give me Edgecombe or Trey Johnson. Edgecombe is much more mature than Ace so far. Edgecombe seems to have no ego and wants to be in Philly. I agree with you 100%, and I'm going to say the same thing I said yesterday about VJ Edgecombe. I believe that Ace Bailey has a much higher upside than VJ Edgecombe, Trey Johnson, Con Kneppel, Kaman Maluach, maybe even Dylan Harper. Maybe he has a higher upside than Cooper Flagg. But I believe the 76ers are going to be more interested in drafting VJ Edgecombe for his number 1 winning attitude, but mostly because he will be willing to play a role for the first couple years he's on a team as he develops into what he can possibly develop into. And I think VJ Edgecombe can help the 76ers as a glue guy, as an energy, perimeter defense, athletic guy that can just kind of fill the stat sheet and do all the little things as he develops, versus a player who has higher upside, but his camp clearly wants him to become an NBA star and doesn't really care much about, or seems like they don't really care much about him going to an organization that could possibly win something. I'm not saying that's the 76ers. I can't even believe I just put them in that same scenario. I also have had people say he doesn't want to go to Philly because it's a loser organization and he shouldn't want to go to Philly. And to that I say, you make a very valid point. But listen, before I get out of here, there's one more thing here, man. Scoop B put out this post, and Scoop B is television host, executive producer, sports writer, and NBA insider. But he gets a lot of he gets slammed a lot for reports that he puts out that end up not being true. And he put this report out: Ace Bailey slipping to number 6 in ESPN's latest mock draft. And he said, sources tell me Danny Ainge is intrigued with Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey doesn't want to play for Utah. Some say he's not the right fit in Philly. Bailey's camp compares this to Eli Manning's draft stance. And I was like, what the freak does that mean? Okay. And he got a lot of slack for that post. And then he retweeted this after this came out last night that Ace Bailey canceled his workout with the Philadelphia 76ers. He says, y'all called me a liar. Looks like I was dead on the money. But Bailey's camp compares this to Eli Manning's draft stance. I gotta see what this is about. So here's what he said in the article. And again, you can believe it, you can not believe it, you can say it's clickbait, you can say it's just guys making up stories, whatever you want. But where there's smoke, there's fire. Here's where he says, look at this, man. That report also cites listing glowing reviews of his draft combine interviews. Giovanni noted that Bailey has become polarizing in internal front office conversations. Let me get this off the screen quick. With concerns about his feel for the game and lack of polish, opening the door for a wider draft range than anticipated. Those close to Bailey, however, aren't having it. Sources familiar with Bailey's family expressed frustration. Sources familiar with Bailey's family's thinking expressed frustration to me over what they view as unfair characterizations, even drawing comparisons to NFL legend Eli Manning's 2004 draft saga. Ace is looking to go number 3 or number 4 in the draft, one source said. Why is it that elite athletes and their agents can dictate where they want to go or where they want their client to go, and Ace can't? These people actually believe that Ace Bailey should be able to choose what team he goes to, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. Indeed, the Manning parallel isn't far-fetched. The former Ole Miss quarterback, I said Oklahoma earlier, Ole Miss, was the consensus number 1 pick in the 2004 draft, but he and his camp made it clear he didn't want to play for the San Diego Chargers, and they forced their way to the New York Giants. That moment remains one of the most notable examples of a high-profile athlete exerting agency over his career path. To be fair, and I'm not saying that was right or wrong for the Manning family to do, but to be fair, you got allowed a pool when your dad is Archie Manning and your brother is Peyton Manning. You don't have a lot of pull when you're Ace Bailey, who has proven nothing yet. That's the kind of bet Ace Bailey is placing on himself. Those in his circle insist that he's not ducking competition. He's simply doing due diligence. He shoots a lot of jump shots, but he's willing to make corrections. Ace will be a better pro than he was in college. He's 6'10". He can create his own shot. Ace can handle the ball with a little bit of work. He'll be a better pro than he was in college. Bailey's camp isn't the first to assert leverage during the draft process. I thought there was something else in here. That level of what do we got? While Philadelphia is believed to have an interest in Bailey's, sources tell me that Danny Ainge is very intrigued. Did they talk about him not wanting to go to Philly? Danny Ainge is interested. That level of interest could signal Danny Ainge and the Utah Jazz, who could try to trade up. Bailey is widely projected to go 3 or 4, meaning Utah would need to trade into that range. With the latest noise centered around Bailey's draft stock, Ainge could be hoping Bailey falls. He averaged 17 and 7 at Rutgers. It's also worth noting that Bailey's camp isn't the first to assert leverage. I just read that. For Bailey, the days leading up to the draft will be much about controlling the narrative as they are about showcasing his game. That's sad. I think Ace Bailey can be a really good role player the first couple of years of his career. But it seems like he and his camp are not interested in that. And at the end of the day, man, A player
Sixers fans
shouldn't be able to force their way to a specific team, but it's going to work. Because if a player is showing deliberate lack of interest and canceling workouts and, demanding promises from a team, we'll work out with you if you promise to draft him. We want to see the fucking workout before we draft him, bro. It just seems like his camp feels like he is on the level of Cooper Flagg, and he's not quite on the level of Cooper Flagg as a prospect for many reasons. But it's going to work to their advantage. Because if you're the 76ers and a player is showing a total lack of team player mentality or winning mentality or, humility, and they're making it clear that he's interested in himself over everything, and he's interested in going to a team that's going to make him the number one option immediately, then you're just not going to be interested in drafting him because you're looking at Ben Simmons number 2. I'm sorry to say that. And I don't want to say that this is Ace Bailey's mentality right now. I think he's being given bad advice. But if this is his mentality, the 76ers should stay far away because we've seen it already. We ignored the signs with Ben Simmons' mentality. What people said about him in Australia. Players don't like playing with him. He's not a team player. He doesn't hang out with anybody. He leaves the team and goes home and goes to wherever. People said things about him at LSU. Players don't like playing with him. He's uncoachable. He doesn't hang out with anybody. He shows up to the campus and signs autographs and goes back home like some kind of Kardashian celebrity. We ignored all of those signs and drafted Ben Simmons, and look what happened. And I think if the 76ers ignore these personality signs, they're going to regret it down the line. And for those of you saying, wow, you really switched up, you're absolutely right, I did. Because I was in on Ace Bailey, and then information came out showing me things that have changed my opinion. That's all I got. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for tuning in. I will talk to you very soon. NBA draft in 6 days. I'm out.